So today we're doing Kong Skull Island. So I watched this. Okay, we watched it how long ago?
Only like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. My memory is pretty bad, so how much I remember is, well, not good. Okay, so first off, they're in like helicopters or something. I think in the beginning. This is bad. Like, I barely remember. So, yeah, they're in helicopters flying over there for some reason. Was some guy, like, looking... Some guy had known about Kong Island or Skull Island and, like, went to go prove something. Okay, so John Goodman is the guy that was like in the Navy or something, and he like saw Kong Island like a really long time ago, and like he knows that there's monsters there, and he's been convincing like all these people to go. Okay, I'm kind of remembering now. And so then that's why they all go, because he makes it up this thing that it might be like this other stuff, maybe Hollow Earth or something, I think.
So you're about half an hour into the movie. So it starts off in World War II, where that guy's plane crashes, and because he gets chased by the Japanese.
Yeah! No, okay. So yeah, so that happens, and then flash forward to now?
Well, the 70s, because the Vietnam War is ending.
Wait a minute.
Did you forget that entire part?
I thought it was modern day. Whoops.
Like the whole movie?
I just don't remember, honestly. I mean, I'm sure they were dressed funny or something, but I didn't notice that.
So you forgot the entire part where Samuel L. Jackson is sad because the war is over, and then they get asked to do one more mission?
Yeah.
While they're in, like, Da Nang or something?
I don't remember. I just remember them going in helicopters and they're playing, like, some song. I don't remember. And yeah, they're flying, and so I guess what happened was something about some investigation, like this reporter chick is there, and she's flying with Samuel L. Jackson, and they're all in the helicopters, and there's a bunch of them, and Samuel L. Jackson's like the leader guy. I don't remember what he was called. Anyway, so they're flying the helicopters, they're going to Skull Island to investigate something, but they knew that they needed guns. I don't remember why. So yeah, they got like 50 calibers in the little helicopters. So they get there to Kong Island, and it's like, oh, it's amazing, because they have to go through like this big, was it a mist? Or was it a fog? Like, I guess it's the same thing.
It was a storm.
The amount of similarities between this and Star Trek is actually really disturbing, because I'm realizing it now. Because they were going through a nebula, and then I was thinking, this is the third Star Trek, I don't even know what it's called, but they were going through the nebula, and I can confuse the nebula with the storm. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense in the context of the movie, but somehow in my brain it made sense. Okay, so they're in a storm, and they get through the storm somehow, miraculously, and they're all okay, I think. Everyone's okay, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone's okay, and they're like flying, and it's magnificent, and there's like the music playing, and then, you know, it has like one of those like idealized kind of sunset things going on, and it's like all beautiful. And then Kong comes along, who is a big giant gorilla, and he like starts swatting the helicopters, like they're little flies, and they're like buzzing around his head. And there's a lot of shots of that. It goes on for like a really long time. I got kind of bored, so I don't really remember everything that happened. I just knew a bunch of people died, and some of them crashed, and then like they showed them like doing their parachutes, I think. Yeah. No, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm getting this confused with Star Trek, the new Star Trek that I watched. Where they like,
it's essentially the same movie, right?
I guess. I don't know. It might be. So anyway, they like, yeah, they have parachutes, because obviously they wouldn't have little space capsule things that go out of ships. Anyway, space pods. So yeah, they all fall out of the helicopters because. Can you hear that?
Just ignore him.
Ugh. So
we'll censor it out and tighten up the frame so
okay.
you can't see Cujo licking himself.
Okay, so I was talking about parachutes, yeah. Okay. Then they're like all separated and stuff, and like, you know, we got the scenes of like there's this group and there's this group, and then there's like Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, and there's a guy, I think you told me it was John Goodman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about the hollow earth and like how like there's like fumes and stuff because I think like some kind of weird hole like opens up in the ground because they were blowing these charges or something to aggravate Kong. And like they get all mad at John Goodman because they didn't know that part, like the charges were to like scare Kong and like bring him out and everything. But it wasn't like about like finding out like a lay of the land or something. I don't know. Were they trying to like map the land or something? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they said is that they're using it to like seismic charges, like in Jurassic Park when they like shoot the shotgun shell into the ground and see the velociraptor and stuff.
Okay, so it's like the pretense that they're mapping stuff, but the reality is they're just blowing shit up and pissing Kong off. Anyway, they figure that out, and then they're all mad at John Goodman because they're like, "Who the fuck are you? Why would you do this?" And he's like, "Oh, I've been hunting Kong like since like I was, you know, little," which was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, he was the only survivor of the boat that crashed into Skull Island and everybody died. Except for John Goodman, and so that's why it was his expedition to go to the island in the first place.
No, that was John C. Reilly. Oh wait, no, he was in the plane. Okay, you're right. So, I think Samuel L. Jackson might be with John Goodman. No, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, there's like the scene where Kong is like flinging his hands and like hitting all the helicopters, and then there's the cut to like Samuel L. Jackson's face, like just his face, and he's like got that like eye twitch thing going on, and he's just like watching Kong like destroy all of his men, and he's like really uber sad and stuff. And there's like this huge explosion from like a helicopter falling, I think. And then one of his guys like tries to pull him back, but he's like so like transfixed and like angry at this monster that's like killing all of his like dudes and friends. I guess that's what you call them. That yeah, he like almost dies, but somehow miraculously he doesn't get killed by the blast. And then cut to the part where they're all like separated and stuff, and there's like this guy like writing a diary. I don't know who this guy is. He's like some guy. Why was that even important to the movie? Like, who gives a shit about that guy writing in his diary? Like, why did we need to know about that?
Because he was supposed to be like the character that you kind of like emotionally connect with, because he was just like, he just wanted to get back and like see his son and everything, and but you know he had a duty and his mission and everything, and yeah, so he's like writing in a diary, and he like stabs a tree and like puts it in the tree, and then he gets eaten by like a thing, but that's later.